Welcome back to another pick a card reading. I was again thinking about a question on what I should do next, and the question is the question is that the last time they saw you. So I'm trying to tune in on what they felt, what they thought. I want to see where it could have possibly been that they saw you the last time. Um, Yeah, there was going to be some channel messages also. I have 3 piles to pick up from. You know the drill. You take a deep breath, think about your person, and choose your pile. And I'll see you onto your pile. This will be pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. And I'll see you there. So, pile number 1. This reading's for you on the last time your person saw you. Um, well, I feel like what the first emotion that goes through everyone when seeing them, it's unexpected, of course, but more so of unexpected what they were feeling at that moment, or what went through their head is maybe the sense of wanting to put up a fight. So I don't know if they felt like they haven't really put up a fight against maybe you guys breaking up, or your fallout being, or maybe there was the situation where they think that maybe you didn't put up a fight for this connection when it was over. They had a sense of maybe having to compromise for what they have now versus what they had with you. Or maybe if you two had a fight the last time they saw you, they were instantly thinking about that. Um, when I picked up the channel messages, I can't change. There's things I can't. Picture of you, truth blinds. Somebody can't take the truth. Maybe that's what that's what's going through their head. Maybe they can't accept their reality they're in right now. They can't change, even though they maybe wanted to put up a fight. At least that's what what was going through their head the last time they saw you. Maybe they didn't want the last time they saw you to be in that way. Maybe the last time they saw you, you two had a fight, but they didn't want it to be that way, and they had to compromise for something. Whether that they had to compromise their way of thinking, and they didn't want that. That's why they put up a fight with you, or they were fighting with you, and then there was maybe some things exchanged that they can't take back, and they can't seem. Maybe were thinking that you were trying to change them, and they were just like, I won't change, I can't change. Or maybe you were facing them with facts, and they couldn't take the truth of it. With there's things I can't or I can't is maybe for some of you, I'm picking up on being in a forbidden love type situation. For some of you, it doesn't have to resonate for everyone. And the letters where it could have happened was at school, showing up at the places you stay at. It could resonate either one of this one. Maybe you two had a fight at your place or their place. Or maybe they weren't accepting of something that happened between you two. Could be a breakup, could be you saying that it's over and that they couldn't handle that, so they showed up at your place and they were keep wanting to fight for it. That's for some of you. I feel like, yes, the last time they just had to compromise to accept something they didn't even want to accept. Maybe they were acting like it was fine with them that you two would break up, or if they were the ones who wanted the breakup, they may have shown you that would be fine, and they were just being stubborn. At least that's the sense of the last time they saw you. Maybe there were things that said that were harsh, and they didn't even mean them. And they have to now I feel like they have to, when they think back of the last time they saw you, they feel like there was things left unsaid, or there were still things left unsaid during that fight. Or maybe the fight was about someone having to change themselves in an aspect of not doing all that you want. So maybe they felt attacked. So the last time they saw you, at least when they think about that, the last time they saw you, that it's either there was a fight between you two, or they think about that fight. They thought about that fight when they saw you. Maybe they were brought back to that deep pain they were trying to suppress when they saw you. Maybe for some of you, I'm picking up, they haven't seen you in a while. So that may have hit also in the feelings, right? For some of you, they may have thought, okay, this is unexpected, but if, I don't know, I want to pick another clarifier. I'll see if I can pick something else up. But I feel like just the thing that they think about or feel about is just like they felt a deep regret when they think about the last time they saw you. Maybe it was that fight, or maybe when they think about the last time and that fight, it's that fight that comes up in their mind the whole time. For some of you, what was going through their head is that maybe they made the wrong choice. I don't know if you guys were talking. Well, if it was the fight, then I feel like after that, when they think about that fight, when they see you and think about that fight, I feel like they regret it. And I feel like since the last time they saw you, what was going through their head also was that they would want to commit to you. Or that is what got clear in their head when they saw you again. Because they got brought back to that memory of you fighting and breaking up, and they thought maybe that now that they've seen you in a at school, or maybe at a random place, I don't know, that they should have just committed better, or they should have made a better choice. For some of you, they were thinking like, I was immature back then. For some of you, I feel like they had this tender look on their face when they saw you. Maybe it was a bit from afar. For some of you, I'm getting an image that they were a bit from afar, maybe across the street or stuff like that, I don't know. And you were just minding your business, and maybe they've seen you and you've seen them, and they are just like, they just maybe inhaled quickly and then exhaled, and maybe the world stopped for them at that moment. I don't know, I had that kind of vivid image in my head. For some of you, even maybe they wanted to put up a fight at that moment and wanted to run to you and commit to you, or just say everything. And if they talked to you, that was maybe not what they were doing. Maybe they were just like, hey, hello, how are you? 'Cause I haven't seen you in a while. But internally, that's what was going through their head. They were wishing that they had committed to you better. It's faded. I'm hearing for some of you, it's faded. It's faded. Maybe that meetup was faded. Or maybe that's what they were thinking at that moment. I hope it resonates. I don't have anything else to say to this. Please leave a comment if it does. Please leave some suggestion and do good today. Thanks for joining me. Hello, pile number 2. So the last time they saw you, I feel like the last time they saw you there was a misunderstanding. Whether it was from their part or your part. Maybe stuff didn't seem to maybe something happened that you thought was somebody deceiving you, but it was completely something different. And I feel like somebody wouldn't even let someone else explain something. Oh, I'm sorry. I feel like this is a pile where it has happened at a workplace. For some of you, you quit the job, and maybe your person or the one you're inquiring about is still in that job, and something unforeseen happened that made you quit your job, or maybe the reason was one of the reason was your person also. So I feel like the person, the last time they saw you, they felt really misunderstood. For some of you, maybe they were deceiving you, and then that came out, and somebody regrets it a lot, what they've done. But how they felt, well, they felt misunderstood. They felt like you didn't believe anything they were saying to you, or you wouldn't believe anything they were saying to you, they would say to you. For some of you, somebody broke up in a parking lot, or somebody was trying to not let somebody out of a parking lot. I don't know, that was random. And for some of you, the last time they saw you, they were bursting with emotions, with deep emotions, or that was going through their head. There was maybe many things left unsaid that they would want to say to you. For some of you, I don't even think you're aware that the person saw you, or maybe you didn't pay attention to them because you were taking care of your stuff at your work. So the channel messages were, I'm coming soon, princess or prince. Doesn't have to be a princess. I have to take care of someone else first. I have to take care of someone else first to not hurt anyone, but you're still all I think about. I love you to the moon and back. You wouldn't believe it, but I've cried about you. So yeah, they felt really misunderstood. I want to pick up another clarifier. Maybe I can tune in a bit more. Okay, that was fast. Last time they saw you, they also thought that you were moving on too fast, and that somebody was moving on and building their life up and forgetting about that misunderstanding that happened, and somebody was left really hurt by that. So whether that's you quitting the job to get away from that said person who was maybe the cause of many problems to you, could have been a third party situation, because that's like, you wouldn't believe it, but I've cried about you. Because why would somebody pick another one and then say you wouldn't believe it, but I cried about you? And since I have to take care of someone else first to not hurt anyone, but you're still all I think about, I feel like it's a third party situation. And they felt like you've most likely built a new life for you. At least that was what was going through their head. They felt really, really left behind. when they saw you the last time. So they got back to the reason why you weren't together again, maybe a third party situation, but also maybe because of a misunderstanding. They were questioning themselves again. Is it really over? Because I still care for them. They wouldn't believe me even if I told them that I I never really cared about the other person like I care about them. Or at least that's what they would want to say to you, or what was going through their head. Yeah, I feel like it was at a workplace, since it's like at work and somebody was quitting their job, and I don't know, it's a lot of energies again, but I'm trying to pick up on every storyline and explain it, but it's hard because it could be either way, you know. Yeah, and I feel like since I said that, maybe it was hard for them to see you. And I feel like for some of you, you wouldn't even give them the time of the day. For some of you, you've even maybe acted like you aren't seeing them. So that may have hurt them also. For some of you, I have an image of them just like crying to themselves to sleep at night and praying to God, or yes, that's what that's a channeled thing. Well, the last time they saw you, they also would want to say to you that what they wanted to say to you, or that's how they'd felt, that they, if you were to just give them a chance to talk to them, they would instantly, and I mean instantly, release the one they're with if they are if they put you through in a third party situation. For some of you, they were hopeful when they saw you, like that was a sign of God. For some of you, maybe someone asked from a sign of God and were desperate about it to just know, like, well, if this is ever going to work, will I ever see them again? And then they saw you, or maybe you saw them, and that was the sign, and that's why they were like, okay, wow. They felt like they knew that they'd see you, even if it maybe have been unplanned. They knew that they'd see you. Maybe for some of you it was planned. Maybe they knew that they would see. I don't know. It's either way. Again, it's confusing energies. For some of you, it's like they knew that they would eventually see you at work or something like that, or maybe through friends. And for some of you, they were asking for a sign, and then they saw you again. And since I feel like this is the pile with a third party situation, I don't think that you're in communication, or that you haven't seen each other in a while. I'm talking about months or even years for some of you. They've been brought back to that misunderstanding. Or maybe there were things that you thought you knew, but there were more to it, and that they would want to say to you in that moment, but couldn't. And for some of you, when you left them and they were still there, it's like they didn't know what to do then. They were overwhelmed. Maybe they would want for you to see them in a better place, or maybe in a different circumstances than that where they were at, so they could talk to you. Or maybe even if they talk to you, which I don't think that you talk to them, to be honest, but even if they did, you you brushed them off. But just know that they would want to confess some things that maybe you didn't get during that misunderstood, that you may have misunderstood. So they would want to confess that. Or maybe the way that the last time went, that it wasn't really the way that they wanted it to be. They would want to talk to you in a civil manner and not talk at you not at all. Like maybe you haven't even spoken to them at all the last time you saw them, and they would want that to change, and they wanted maybe to that for that time to be like they confess to you those things that they couldn't say. For some of you, I'm picking up that they know what they've done is wrong. So whether that's putting you a third party situation when you didn't deserve it, they know that it's wrong and that they've learned from that. I feel like that was it. I don't have anything else to say to this pile. I hope it resonates, and if it does, leave a comment. Leave some suggestions. Do good today. Till next time. So the last time they saw you, pile group number 3. I'm going to get started. Someone was rejected or felt abandonment the last time you saw each other, or the last time they saw you. Maybe they feared rejection for some of you, or maybe you rejected them. Yeah, I feel like this pilot's going to be like the last time they saw you, they felt like you rejected them, the opportunity to speak. Maybe they were trying to talk to you through a friend or through family members. Maybe they wanted to see how you're doing, and you were just like, no, I'm at a good place. I'm trying to put some self-love into myself. Why does this person have to keep coming back and try and ruin this? It was maybe a planned meetup from their part, and you weren't having that. Someone was in their feelings when they saw you. They were willing to open up, to be even rejected by you, and I think that's what you did. So there was nothing other for them than to step back. We have the channeled messages. You were like home to me. I don't recognize this street. Why won't you let me all the way in? And you were the only one who was able to call. Make me yours. Words fail me when your mouth, lips part to speak. Okay. So maybe they were trying to prepare themselves and how this meetup would go if they see you. Maybe that was what they were trying to go through their head, like how it will go and stuff like that. But when they saw you, and when you maybe didn't want to or maybe you were just polite and they were expecting that, and for some of you, you didn't even let it happen for them to even come see you. I'm picking up a small portion of you. And for some of you, maybe you were with a mutual friend, or with a family member of yours that knows them also, and they were maybe talking to them, and you were maybe just ignoring them or minding your business, and they maybe then pulled back with their original plan to say something to you. They felt like maybe you've grown up to be a different person, and they find that good that you cultivate self-love, but they also are selfish in that aspect because they had to take a step back from actually what they wanted maybe to say to you. So I feel like someone again couldn't say what they really wanted to say. Or maybe for some of you, if you rejected them, they said again, they took a step back, and when they think about it, they realize that they were being a coward. I don't know. It will resonate for some it won't. I will pick another clarifier. I know that they were evoking memories. They were having like flashbacks of you too. For some of you, they were having like this nostalgia and sadness. They felt a sense of loss, maybe like not recognizing you anymore in the way that you were. Maybe they've made you become this cold and person towards them at least, and they just don't recognize that anymore, and they hate themselves for it. I know hate is a strong word, but that's a channeled message, so I don't know how it will resonate. Maybe it won't. For some of you, I'm hearing at a birthday party. So for some of you, I'm having this literal scene where you came inside the party and they were like shocked and wanted to, they weren't prepared even if they knew that they would see you. It's kind of like in the second pile. I don't know, it's kind of a weird vibe. It doesn't have to be that example I said. I was just like, it was more like an example that maybe they saw you somewhere where they were expecting you, but when they saw you, like, it was just bringing them back. And then they were maybe even questioning if this was a right idea. And I think when they saw your expression, they were regretting showing up. For some of you. Now if that will resonate for everyone, I don't know. Maybe they have rejected you. Or maybe there was a circumstances where you had to reject them because there was no other choice left but to reject them. And they know that either they blew it up or they made you, they rejected you and they blew that up also. Like, it could be either way. So someone thinks that, maybe thought that in the last time they saw you, they thought that they felt stranded, like there was no other opportunity to make it right again. For some of you, they were surprised to see the change in you, like you being more mature. I think I already said that, but like being more mature and being more self-confident. And they just missed you, I feel like. They felt like, compared to you, they felt like this lost puppy. I don't know why I had to say that. Maybe they don't feel that you're on the same level because you've evolved and they haven't. I'm trying to see if I can pick up something else. So the last time they saw you, they felt like you were avoiding them. Or maybe that's just what they thought, that's how they picked it up, that you were trying to avoid them, trying to reject the idea of even talking to them. Or maybe for some of you, I'm going to make it vice versa. I have to, because it's a storyline also. They were maybe avoiding you and rejecting you. But trust me that those feelings may have changed now. Because they feel stranded without you, or stranded in that sense that when they saw you again, they didn't know what to do. They didn't know what to do with themselves. They didn't know how to stand. Somebody trying to keep it cool. Somebody trying to keep calm. I don't know. Could resonate, could not. But what was going through their head was something completely different. They were thinking about that rejection and abandonment, and they were seeing the change in you and they didn't like it, and they feel like they had to take a step back from the situation or from seeing you because it was too much. Maybe somebody left earlier than they planned to. Now, where you were meeting up, it could be at a friend's place or through family members. I don't know, it won't resonate for everyone. So For some of you, I'm hearing leap of faith. So somebody wanted to take a leap of faith, having this plan in their head, and then they had to take a step back because they just couldn't do it. Maybe they were expecting from you a better reaction, but you didn't give them that. And then they were quickly backpedaling because they didn't know what to do. Somebody was stuck in that situation and they didn't know what to do to change it to a better outcome. Also, I hope it makes sense. I'm going to leave it at that. Please leave a comment if it does. Leave some suggestions. And do good today, and thanks for joining me. Till next time.